it's a heartbreaking. I don't know what to say. It's terrible. It's terrible what happened. I know I get a text message from him because I know he's gonna go. I pay for his trip. And one point I regret sending him the money to do it. But I was doing it for their better future, for the kids, for him, for the whole family. Um, he texted me about 3 days ago, 4 days ago, and he said, "We are leaving now. I am at the point. I'm crossing now." And that will be, I was asleep. So will be about 4 a.m. maybe Turkish time or 3 a.m. And he said to me that, so I passed the message to all my family back in Syria, in Turkey, and I said to them, Abdullah and his family is gonna cross now. Pray for their safety. And we know it's very short a trip. He said to me, from where I'm standing, I can see the island of the Greece. So basically, he said to me, it take only usually half an hour to get there. And I said to him, the minute you arrive at the island, please text me and tell me you made it okay. And he said yes. So I waited for 2 days. Phone everybody in Syria. Did you hear anything? Anybody hear about him? My dad back in Syria was very worried. He said, somehow I have that feeling there is something wrong. Because usually, let's say half an hour, let's say 2 hours. After that, he should give us a call. So finally, at 5 o'clock yesterday morning, here, I couldn't sleep. That's why I woke up very early. And I opened my phone right away. And was a text missed call from Syria and Turkey. And right away when I called them, they told me the news about Abdullah, his two boys and his wife. So I waited for almost all day. Finally, he got phone. He bought a phone, and he gave his phone number to my family, and they pass it to me. So I talked to him yesterday in the evening, and I told him what happened. And he told me that when I text you and I said I'm leaving, we were very happy. I put the life jacket in Alan and Galib. My wife wore the life jacket. Alan was laughing, so happy he's going somewhere. And Alan and Galib asked Abdullah where we're going. And Abdullah said, I'm gonna take you for a nice boat trip. And we're gonna go in Arabic to Europe. In Arabic, it's Europa, so it's Europe. And Alan was laughing. He's a happy boy, always laugh, never cry. He said to his brother, we're going to Europa right now. Let's go, daddy. Get in the boat. And Abdullah he refused to take the rubber boat. He paid extra to take the jet boat. And he promised me that, and he did. And he said to me, the water was crystal clear that moment. And we decided, the smuggler said to us, it's time to go. So we went in the water. We're laughing, we're talking, oh yeah, in like another 15 minutes, we're gonna be there. 20 minutes later, just a small wave of water splashed them. And Alan was laughing so loud. And he said, oh my God, Daddy, this is very cold water. And the other side, Galib was crying and scared. His wife was scared too. All of a sudden, he said, we hit the big wave. So it flipped the boat upside down. And then Abdullah, he tried to hold the two boys, and the wave kept pushing him down. So he tried to push them up, and he screamed at them and to tell them, please, don't die, just breathe. And the wave kept pushing them down. So Abdullah finally managed to push the two boys up. So he looked at his left arm. Ghalib was finished. He died. So he let him go. He looked at Alan. Alan his eyes was bleeding. He said, I don't know why he has blood in his eye. And he's finished. He's dead. So he closed his eye. And he said, rest in peace. And he said, okay, I'm gonna let him go to go save my wife. He looked around until finally he saw his wife floating in the water like a balloon. She doesn't know how to swim. A week before they left, actually, I was talking to Rihanna, and she said she's afraid of the water. She's scared. And I said to her, be strong. Nothing is gonna happen. She said, how about if the boat is gonna flip? How about if we're gonna get in the water? I said, you have a life jacket. You will be fine. And it's only half an hour, right? And then the Turkish guard, they come and rescue the rest and took them to the shore.
What your family have been through is unimaginable for most people watching you this morning. What most people have seen are the photographs of your nephews, Aylan and Ghalib. And so many people have been moved by them. What do you think of the impact this has had on citizens and politicians around the world?
They have to help the refugees. Abdullah's message to the world, he said to me, he said, tell the world, my kids and my wife is dead. Hopefully it's the wake-up call for the whole world. And please let them step in and help the refugees and the rest of the Syrian, even Iraqi. He said any refugee, they are desperate and they need help. He said, it's very sad. My kids has to be in a picture of the world. So they will open their eye and try to do something about it. And he really, really also want somehow to go after the smuggler, so there is nobody will cross that water anymore.